Thank you so much for watching Landumc Goes There. Please subscribe and hit the like button and the bell notification button. Papillion is a 1973 historical drama prison film that was directed by Franklin Schaffner. It was based on a 1969 autobiography by French convict Henri Charrier. The movie stars Steve McQueen and Dustin Hoffman. The storyline follows a semi-fictional narrative of Henri's experiences within the penal system of French Guiana, including a period of time that he spent in the notorious Devil's Island. It's set in the early 1930s, with Charrier and Louis Degas being among numerous individuals that were convicted by the French legal system. They are being transported to French Guiana to serve their sentences, with no hope at all of returning to France, even if they are eventually released. Papillion, a safecracker by trade, is serving a life sentence for the murder of a pimp, a crime that he claims he didn't commit. Degas is a wealthy counterfeiter who holds out hope that his affluent wife will secure his release. Initiated by Papillion, the two enter into a partnership. Papillion will offer protection for Degas, while Degas will fund Papillion's escape efforts. As their time together extends beyond their initial expectations, the development of their friendship becomes a significant influence on their original plans, as they navigate the complexities of their environment and the ambitions of others, which often conflict with their own objectives. Steve McQueen insisted on performing quite a few of the stunts that he did, including the one where he jumps off a cliff into the water. He went on to say later on that it was one of the most exhilarating experiences that he's ever had in his life. One of the things that stands out in Dustin Hoffman's character is his Coke bottle glasses. In order for him to see what he was doing, he had to wear additional corrective contact lenses that would counter-effect somewhat those thick glasses that he had on. It's been reported that during the production, the producers began taking raw footage to the backers that they had in Paris and getting just enough cash to keep things rolling in the production. At one time, the money ran out and no one was paid for 3 weeks. And it really did look like the whole thing would be shut down altogether. When Steve McQueen found out about this, he told the producers that unless everyone gets paid, I don't work at all. After he did this, the situation improved drastically. It's said that Henri Charrier was present for the shoot in Jamaica, offering some of his expertise while filming was being done. But he died of lung cancer in July of 1973, a few months before the film was edited and released. So he never actually got to see the finished product about him. At that same time, while they were shooting in Jamaica, Dustin Hoffman met singer-songwriter Paul McCartney, who was vacationing in Montego Bay. One evening, Hoffman invited McCartney to dinner and challenged him to write a song about anything. Since painter Pablo Picasso had just died, Hoffman suggested that McCartney compose a song around Picasso's dying words. He went on to create a demo on the spot, and the song Picasso's Last Words appear on the Wings' 1973 album, Band on the Run. Now, Steve McQueen and Dustin Hoffman did have some difficulties while they were working on the production, despite their determination to behave professionally toward each other while they were doing it. Hoffman was corrected one time during a speech by McQueen, with McQueen telling him to stop, that he needed to do less, keep it simple. And another time, Hoffman invited a few close friends to watch the day's filming. McQueen had them thrown off the set. Nevertheless, Hoffman called their relationship a friendly rivalry, and later said his co-star was a wonderful guy, that off-screen he was the nicest, classiest man, but on the set itself he became very intense. theft and pillage by the locals while they were filming was a constant problem. When the production ended, before the properties could be packed up and shipped away, locals raided and stripped the set, making off with costumes and 600 pairs of shoes alone, along with machinery, lumber, and other assorted items, with a total theft of about $30,000 being lost. Although many consider this Steve McQueen's best performance, he was completely overlooked by the Academy. Some say that was because McQueen had stolen Ally McGraw from, at that time, her husband, Robert Evans, who was a powerful studio executive at the time. McQueen was also rumored to have slept with many other Hollywood wives. The movie was shot in sequence, which is unusual for a production of this size. But by doing this, it allowed Steve McQueen the luxury of building his character in stages. The crew took advantage of the abundant marijuana that was available at the time in Jamaica. Not being content to merely smoking it, they boiled it down to mix in drinks at a party. Several people got violently sick from that, including the director, Franklin Schaffner, which ended up causing a day's delay in the shooting of the film. The film was originally given an R rating by the Motion Picture Board because of its violence, but Allied artists argued for and won a PG rating, which went on to lead an Illinois father to sue the company after taking his young son to see the movie and being blown away by the violence in it, along with the nudity. It really is kind of amazing that it's rated PG. A judge ended up throwing that case out, saying that the parental guidance rating implies a warning to parents. Now, Radna Hassan stands out in this film because she's nude her entire time on screen. She plays an Indian girl named Zoraima. And what a way to start your film career, side by side with the great Steve McQueen. During this production, she stated that she was really uncomfortable by the catcalls that she received while the production was going on. With the box office success of this project, people praised her role and the ability of her to appear completely topless the entire time she's on screen. When the movie was shown in Indonesia, which is where her family is from, her scenes were censored so bad that they really were non-existent. Later on, she signed a contract with Playboy to become the first woman of Indonesian descent to be featured in Playboy in February of 1974. Everyone had high expectations for this lady, but things didn't develop as everyone thought, and she completely dropped out of the film business, with only this movie her debut and ending career. Go back and watch this really good film. I think you'll enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll continue to chase the classics.